Okay, to estimate percents, another way we can use fractions. And so that's where this chart will be helpful to you because it has the percents along with fractions. So if I had to find 65% of 238, let's look at how we would do that. First thing I want to do is round 65% to a fraction that's near 65%. So I'm going to look on this chart. Then I'm going to check all the percentages, and 66.6% is close to 65%. So the fraction that goes with 66.6% is 2/3. So I'm going to round 65% to 2/3. And then I'm going to round 238 to 240 because that makes it easier to work with, less digits to worry about. So just like we talked about in the last video, the strategy doesn't change. To find the percent of a number, we multiply. So whereas here we were taking the decimal and multiplying it by the number, now we're going to take this fraction and multiply it by the number. So to solve, I would do 2/3 times 240, which I'm going to write as, 240, a fraction over 1. And so I'm going to go ahead and multiply 2 times 240 is 480. 1 times 3 is 3. And then I'm going to simplify this. It's an improper fraction. So I'm going to divide like so. And so 2/3 of 240 is about 160. So our strategy is to find a fraction that is close to your percentage, round the number, and then multiply and simplify. So pause the video and find 35% of 24 and 27% of 39. And for each of them, you should be using this chart to find a fraction, to find a fraction that is close to the percentage. So pause the video and then restart to check your work. So for the first one, 35% is close to 33%. So I'm going to round 35% to 1/3. 24, let's go down to 20, okay? So 1/3 of 20. So I'm going to do 1/3 times 20 over 1, which is going to give me 20/3, okay? And then I'm going to divide in order to simplify because I have an improper fraction. So 3 fits into 26 times. And so my answer is going to be 6 2/3. Okay? So I'm going to say about 6 2/3. All right. And then, so 35% of 24 is about 6 2/3. For 27% of 39, I'm going to look at my chart here, and 27% is close to 25%. So I'm going to make that fraction 1/4 for the percentage 27. 27% is about 1/4. And then I'm going to change 39, I'm going to round that to 40. Okay? So then to multiply, my multiplication would be 1/4 times 40 over 1. And then I go through and multiply, and I end up with 40/4, which I already know is 10 because 40 divided by 4 is 10, and so it's about 10. So that's how you estimate percents using fractions.